Smokies are a great place for a good campfire, and with so many people staying close to home and socially distancing, it's no wonder then that online searches for fire pits have more than doubled over previous years. But if you're thinking about buying a fire pit, there are some things you do want to consider first. And our consumer investigator Jennifer Kraus joins us now from her own backyard. And you've already got a fire going in your pit. Look at that. That's looking good this morning.
Got the fire, got the marshmallows, trying to make the s'mores out here. You know, we actually had our first fire of the season out here this past weekend, made s'mores. But, you know, before you grab your marshmallows and your graham crackers, the experts at Consumer Reports have some important safety information that they want to make sure you know. So the next time you have an outdoor fire pit or fire like this, you and your family are safe. Gathering around a fire is the perfect summer into fall activity. It's festive, fun, and relatively inexpensive. But every year, more than 5,000 people end up in the emergency room with fire pit or outdoor heater-related injuries. The experts at Consumer Reports share some fire pit safety tips to prevent those accidents from happening.
Ideally, you want to place your fire pit or chimenea away from any structures, your house, any sheds, anything that could possibly burn. Go at least 10 feet away and preferably up to 25 feet.
Raising your fire pit off the ground is ideal, but be sure to follow the maker's instructions about how high it should be and what surfaces it can be underneath.
You want to keep the fire away from anything natural that can burn, trees, bushes, and so forth. Clear overhead so the smoke can rise up. Keep in mind, you don't need a spark to start a fire. If brush is dry and brittle enough, the heat alone can ignite it.
Consumer Reports says different types of wood create different types of fires. Avoid softer woods like pine or cedar because they tend to smoke and spark. Instead, choose woods that burn longer like hickory, oak, or ash.
And the best thing about hickory is it has that wonderful campfire smell.
Once you've got a crackling fire, place a spark screen on top of the pit and keep a garden hose nearby to handle anything that gets out of control. When it's time to call it a night, spread out the coals, ash, and any unburned logs in the thinnest layer possible. Then set your garden hose nozzle to a wide spray and saturate the area until the embers die. And again, you want a garden hose nearby, never a bucket unless that's your absolute last resort, that you are too far away from a hose or something like that. Because what happens is if you throw a bucket of water on a fire, it forms a hard crust. And while there will not be fire on top, it will continue to burn underneath. And you, of course, never want to walk away and leave a fire with anything still smoldering or burning. Back to you.